Howdy, I'm the Chinese Zodiac Killer, and today I'm going to discuss some basic secrets of the power of the mind. The internal dialogue, toxic personalities, psychic vampirism, and more. So, what defines a toxic personality? This could be defined as several different characteristics. Classical occultist and author Dion Fortune discussed psychic or energy vampirism in her book Psychic Self-Defense. The impression I have always got in regards to applying this analogy as a characteristic to certain people is that some people, even unintentionally, may give the impression that they drain those interacting with them of energy and vitality. A good example is someone who never shuts up to the point of being overbearing and is difficult to break away from, resulting in an overbearing strain upon oneself and a feeling of as though being drained of vitality and energy. These people usually mean well, but lack the social skills and insight to be aware that they are overly obnoxious, annoying, irritating, and generally a pain in the ass. Relatively harmless, but still capable of leaving you feeling drained and with lost time. Now, far worse are those who often exhibit negative or even aggressive characteristics. These individuals create drama, stress, anger, anxiety, and all sorts of negative reactions within the internal dialogues of others, or even cause physical reactions such as outrage, arguments, or even violence. Our internal dialogues can be compared to the train of thought that constantly runs through our imaginations. There's great power in silencing and controlling it, which begins with monitoring it, paying attention to where your train of thought, that is your internal dialogue, runs. And with some observation, you'll find your internal dialogue entertains all sorts of nonsense that is wasted mental energy. Have you ever had a song stuck in your head that you can't be rid of? That's your internal dialogue running amok. By letting the mind run an uncontrolled course, it produces emotional reactions that likewise boil over. And as a result, a physical reaction can likewise occur. For example, boy gets cheated on by girl with another boy. Boy's mind runs amok with negative thoughts. Boy's mind then turns to emotions that boil over with rage, anger, jealousy, and other negative feelings. And the next thing you know, boy kills himself or someone else as a physical reaction from what originates as a negative interaction with another individual's negative actions and a lack of attention and control of boy's internal dialogue. Now, this is an extreme example, but hopefully you get the point. Control over the mind, the emotions, and the physical self and reality itself is directed via the power of the will. And there's an amazing power within this secret. The power of the will, in conjunction with the mind and emotions, can literally affect reality itself. Incorporate symbolism within your physical reality in conjunction with these, and this is the fundamentals of witchcraft. While an overbearing pest that never shuts up may drain your energy, a toxic individual can make your internal dialogue go haywire for days or even weeks. You ever find yourself going through an imaginary conversation or argument as though rehearsing with someone who recently created a negative reaction within you hours or days or even weeks later? This is a perfect example of a toxic personality creating such a negative reaction that they impress their negativity upon the internal dialogue of others, which then lingers within the unconsciousness and the mind of the afflicted, passed on to them just as a virus. We can pass energy on to others, whether positive or negative, or feed off it as energy vampires ourselves. Now, a perfect example is fear. Fear is contagious. Fear goes viral, and you'll notice politicians, religion, and the media all exploit the viral nature of fear regularly. And if you want a perfect example of how politicians, in conjunction with the media, unleashed massive amounts of fear as a virus in itself on a worldwide level, growing it into an obscene amount that resulted in panic, mass hysteria, and a complete change in behavior on a massive level within society, I give you this one word to contemplate on the tree of woe. COVID-19. Like, follow, share, and subscribe. Tell everyone you know. I am bringing the secrets of my firsthand experience as Illuminated, you know what, to mainstream society in my whistleblower project, much of which is discussed in my past content here, and also on my YouTube channel at Chinese Zodiac Killer, and discussed extensively in my book I self-published under my pen name A. Crowley on Amazon Books, entitled Necronomicon MMXX. It contains decades of my documented experiences with occult secrets and even my interactions with non-human entities. Stay tuned for more content to come. Don't touch that dial. Join us.